Yeah, so music is not going away anytime soon. Now, there are several areas that you can earn from music. Number one, you got TV and radio royalties. Number two, we got paid streaming platforms. We got also YouTube channel and YouTube channel subscriptions. You can sell your music in forms of lyrics, the final mixed instrumentals. You have ringback tunes, live performances and concerts, merchandises, and you can also be approached to be a brand ambassador for a certain organization or of a certain product. Now, for you to sell music, the first and important thing is that you have to own the music. So the first thing to do is to get copyright for that content so that you can be able to sell it as your own content and no one can lay claim to it in the future. So after you've done your content, after you produced your music, make sure you go and get copyright from the copyright authority within your country. Now we start with TV and radio royalties. By law, any content that is played on TV and radio, the rights holders are entitled to royalties. And these payments are determined by the monitoring report. Now remember, there's a monitoring agency that monitors the content that is airing on TV and on radio. Right now we're talking about music. Now if your music plays on a certain TV station, that monitoring report can be able to say that your song played this amount of times in this TV station, and after it plays this amount of times, this is what you're entitled to at the end of the year. Remember, these payments are usually done at the end of the year. Now, in Kenya, we have several CMOs. Now, a CMO is a body right now in Kenya that is, by law, allowed to collect and distribute this fund. In Kenya, we have three of them. We have got CAMP, K-A-M-P, we have PRISK, P-R-I-S-K, and MCSK. Now, these three, they collect all that revenue that is owed by the artists, by the musicians, and distributes them according to how much a track was played. Now, remember, they don't only do it for TV and radio. Now, for TV and radio, it is the your payments are determined by how many times that content was played. But also remember, your content can be played in public places, and such as matatus, hotels, bars and clubs. So what happens in these areas that they can't determine how many times a song was played, but that money is taken and distributed equally amongst all the members. So for you to benefit from all these CMOs, you have to be registered with those CMOs. Basically, you have to tell them, in layman's language, you're telling them, you know what, my content is out there, so I'm asking you to collect for me all that money that is owed to me, and I pay them. So the CMOs collect, and by regulation, they're supposed to use around between 5 and 15% for the internal management, and the rest is supposed to be distributed to the consumer, to the artists. So I think it's 5 by the organization just for internal management and administrative duties, and the rest, which is 95%, to the artist. By law, that is what is supposed to happen. After that, we come to paid streaming platforms. For these audio music streaming services have become popular with the advancements of internet connectivity and increased internet speeds. Now, there are various platforms where an artist or a producer, you can upload your music and people will pay to access your content, and in turn you will receive payment based on how your content has been accessed, how your content has been listened to. So the more popular content is, the more money you are entitled to get at the end of the day. Now, examples of these audio platforms, audio streaming platforms in Kenya, we have Mudundo, we have Safaricom Songa, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Google Music, Boomplay, Spotify, Amazon, Cubase, Tidal, and this is just an example. There are many, many more. I know SoundCloud also exists in that category. So you need to get into this platform for you to be able to earn from this platform. Now, how it works, it's simple. You create an account as an artist, and then you provide the relevant details. There's a form that you have to fill, and you have to fill that form in its entirety. Once you fill the form and you've agreed to the terms of service, you are now required to upload your content. It can be one song, it can be 10 songs, as much as you have. Now, they have to vet your tracks. And once the vetting is done, to ascertain that actually you are the rights owner of that track. Once that is done, then now your track is publicized and you can be able to start earning from it. Remember, people have to know that it's there so that they can access it and listen to it. This is one of the aspects of marketing comes in. You have to be very, very, very good in your marketing. Now, the advantage of such a platform is that the platform already exists. It's just you plugging into that platform, and it's free to publish because the platform is looking for content, and the only way they can get that content is from you, the producer or the music owner. Once they have the content, they already have a market that has paid and wants to listen to more fresh content. So they offer also technical support and free hosting, and the reach is global. As long as you're connected to an internet and that service is not restricted to your country, you are able to access this. And because of that, that gives you the possibility of upscaling the reach of your content. With even this platform, you can say, you know what, I've been producing music for the Kenyan market and now I want to diversify into the international scene. So right now I can create content for the world scene. But because the platform is there, you just have to do new content and upscale your reach. Now we come to YouTube channel and membership. Now YouTube has become quite popular over the years, especially since it's a product of Google, and by default it comes pre-installed on all Android tablets and mobile phones, and even iPhones have YouTube, and you can also access it very easily from a browser on your PC, and even smart TVs now come pre-installed with Google. Now, how this works is that you have to create a channel. Before you create a channel, you have to create a Gmail account. Using your Gmail account, you create a channel on YouTube. Then you have to upload your content so that people can be able to view it. Now, remember, you have to upload at least one content in every 3 months. In every month for you to be eligible to earn. Apart from that, you need to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, a cumulative of 4,000 watch hours over the last 1 year. And that's it for you now to be eligible to earn from your YouTube ads that are placed when your music is running. And there's also another option that requires 5,000 subscribers, that is the YouTube membership platform, and 3,000 watch hours. Now, how this works is that members will pay a certain amount to be receiving premium content from you. They're going to have a separate account where they can access premium content that is not just readily available to anyone. So you have content for your members and you have content for the general public. Most people, they produce content for the members. After some time, it is now pushed to the general public after maybe like 2-3 months. But this is what helps you as an artist grow. Assuming you have 500 members and each member subscribes with $2 a month, that gives you around $1,000 every month. That is enough, to keep you going and to give you the resources that you need to produce new content. Now, for you to make it easier to sell on YouTube and to get people, you need to have attractive thumbnails, relative keywords, and good product descriptions of the tracks that are actually having. Now, the other part is selling music. Now, when it comes to selling music, just as simple as, I have this product, can you buy this product? And this comes to, this mainly happens to advertisers. An advertising agency can come and tell you, you have this song and you have this product. We believe that if we buy this song from you and it becomes ours, it's going to be easy for us to use it to push our content. So that's a one-off sell. You sell the rights to that music to the individual that has come for it. Not only in advertising agencies, also in movies and also in political campaigns. Someone can come and say, this track I believe resonates with my audience. And if I have it, it's going to be easy for me to gather up numbers. So this is more of corporate thing. Now we come to the other part, which is ringback tunes. Ringback tunes are music that plays before a phone call is answered. They are normally 30 seconds long, so that is the time that takes before a phone call is actually disconnected. Now, available in Kenya are on the mobile carriers of Safaricom, Airtel, and Telcom by the name Skiza Tunes, Hello Tunes, and Bringer Tunes in that order. Now, these three telcos employ third-party companies to register and give out codes on their behalf. Now, some of the third-party companies, we have Nation Media Group with the Skizana Nation, Royal Media Services with the Skizana Citizen, Mobipesa Limited, Homeboys Entertainment PLC, EMB Entertainment, Taifa Mobile Limited, amongst others. One thing to note is that you earn between 20 and 40% of what your consumer pays to subscribe to your music. So if it's a shilling a day, you earn between 20 and 40 cents just for that one day. So the best thing to do is to make sure that a lot of people subscribe to your content on a daily basis. So if you have 10,000 people every day, you're going to earn something substantial at the end of the month. Now they pay you at the end of the month or when you get 500 shillings. Actually, they pay you at the end of the month, and the condition is that it has to be 500 shillings and above. Now, for live performances, now the next one is live performances and concerts. Now, there's a way that music works, people, especially when the volume is high enough and the presence of crowds is just intoxicating. Now, this is what music fans wish to experience over and over and over again. Now, for this experience of this beautiful feeling, people will pay a good amount of money as long as they get value for their money. Now, to make this experience worthwhile for the fans, several artists can come together and arrange a concert, especially if these artists, they feel that they're not popular enough. But if you're a popular artist, you can just do it by yourself. And the planner needs to make sure that they have good projections, good numbers, so that, you know, at the end of the day, if I hit this target, this amount of people, especially I usually tell people just do a 50%. Make sure that in 50%, if we are expecting 1,000 people and 500 people turn up, make sure that whatever you generate from that 500 people is enough to pay for all your bills so that you don't go home with a debt. Now, the concert and all that is another different aspect. It's totally a different service. But if you work it right, as a musician, you are going to go home with a good amount of money. You're going actually to pay yourself for several months just using that one concert. I know there are several artists in Kenya who survive just on concerts alone. They just do a concert a year, and that concert will take them over until the year is over, and do another concert the next year, or just do 2 concerts in a year and they'll be good to go. The other way you can earn from music is merchandising. Now, most fans want to identify with their favorite artist, and to leverage on this as an artist, you can make merchandises for sale to your fans and followers. At the end of the day, it is not what you sell that matters. It is what it represents that matters to them. It is not that bottle, that branded bottle of that branded hoodie that you're selling that is important, but what it represents to your fan or follower, because they will feel that they're supporting you, or you are supporting them, or however that relationship is viewed, as long as you make money from it. Now, you can merchandise a lot of things. You can do caps, you can do shirts, you can do hoodies, sweatpants, shirts, mugs, caps, backpacks, shopping bags, fanny packs, wristbands, phone cases, mouse mats, water bottles, notebooks, pens. If it can be branded, just brand it and make sure it's available to your people. Then the last one, before we conclude, is brand ambassadors. Now, companies might want to leverage from your fan base. And how do they do this? They approach you and they tell you, we want you to be the face of our product. We want you to be the face of our service. Knowing very well that your fan base will buy into it as long as they see you are appearing there. And once this is done, they're going to make profits. So this is also corporate. You need to be strategic in approaching several companies that you feel they will benefit from your fan base. Now, to become a brand ambassador, you just need to have a good portfolio, and you also need to have good numbers and good content that you believe will be worthwhile to the company that you are approaching. So in conclusion, in as much as we all have these platforms to help us in the distribution and the selling of our music, the following needs to be made in order to make it more efficient and easy to sell and to make good money. Number one, the content has to be good. As an artist, you need to ensure that you make a good audio, a good video, one that is appealing to the viewers, one that resonates with the needs of your viewers. And at the end of the day, good music sells more easily. Number one, you need to do supporting content, especially for content that is on YouTube. You might not be able to do a song every month, but you can just have small teasers and small challenges just in between, maybe just on a monthly basis, so that at the end of the day you don't lose the opportunity to earn from these services. And also that will help you in consistency, so that people don't forget that you actually do exist. So you also need to be consistent. You need to chunk content on the regular. And not only that, you need also to have more supporting content, so that every time someone turns around, they see you and they're reminded that you do exist. You also need to market and do promotions on your content. Remember, you might have something very good, but as long as no one knows it exists, no one is going to buy into it. So make sure you do proper branding, proper marketing, and proper promotions, so that people will know it exists. Sometimes you find a song just bursts out of nowhere, and then you realize this song was actually done 20 years ago. So these people never did any marketing for that 20 years. Maybe it's just someone just cut a small segment of it, put it on a video, maybe they're doing on TikTok, and just blows up. So don't wait for that. Be strategic in everything that you do. And the last thing, leverage on social media. Right now, all the platforms that we've talked about, all the platforms that we've actually talked about on how you can earn money, they're all digital platforms. Use social media to capture these people. Remember, when you're streaming to music, sometimes you want to do it passively. You stream to music while you're doing your work. You stream to music while you're on transit. You stream to music while you are on jogging or you're doing exercise. Sometimes when you're in transit, when you're streaming to music, you're on your social media page, but just streaming to music. So you need to leverage on social media, so that even if someone is not looking, listening, watching your content and looking on, they're just there scrolling on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, X, Threads, and all those other platforms, there's a very high chance they're going to bump into a promotional content about your video that will lead them to the sites that you want them to go to. So use social media to direct people to stream to your music and to watch your video. That has been all. This has been Kasanga with Tutorials by Kasanga. I'll see you in the next video, but remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. God bless you. Have a good one.